Hi. See, I told you I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Right.
So we're covering excavation.
No.
No, we're not. Clearing.
Clearly, this is not excavation. All right. All right. So you remember all when it was like warm?
No, I don't. It's been cold
It's forever.
forever.
So at one point it was warm. That's when we did this land clearing.
This is where the backhoe is really handy. You could just cut trees down and push them out of the way for
Yes, it would have been
time-wise.
nice. It would have been nice to have like a grapple bucket or a thumb, but it was well worth what it could do and just push stuff out.
Like had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I tried testing how much I could run over with the backhoe, and it doesn't. Maybe like 4-inch tree, it'll run over, but after that, you got to cut them. And we had to take out a tree up by the road because that was in the easement that's actually supposed to be where the driveway is. The driveway that's there doesn't start where the easement is, so we have to move it. We haven't really moved it. We have to move it, which is why we took down that tree.
It was a big tree.
Yeah, there's what's it called? Mulberry. Yeah, that's the one. Mulberry.
This was the start of our big, massive brush pile. We were like, we'll just push it all in the pile and we'll deal with it later.
Yeah, now is later.
That was later.
We had to deal with it this week. It's
oh, it looks so different.
February now, and yeah, now we're dealing with it from, I guess, August, September, August, whatever that was. There was really only about 3 trees actually where the house had to go. A couple of them were maples and a pretty massive white pine, eastern white pine.
This tree was fun to take down. It was like split into 2 separate trunks.
Yeah, it's
So
what do they call it, codominant or whatever, where like all the way down almost to the roots, but not really all the way down to the roots, is like separate trees right down to the stump. So because I wanted it to go a specific direction, even though there's nothing really around, I ended up cutting it in 2 separate directions, which was an adventure, so that it wouldn't go like straight ahead if you're looking at the way the camera is and hit our storage bin, because that would have been unfortunate.
yeah, this tree was crazy because it's just sitting and watching, and as soon as the first part of the tree fell, there was so much sunlight that came through. It was kind of crazy to see how much light the trees blocked, and then he like cut it down and it just instantly brightened, which is a good thing, you know, and obviously we had to take it down anyway, but it was just really crazy to see how much brighter it got just with that one tree being down.
Right, so I was able to like cut through the center after putting a notch in it. One side went that way, and then I cut from the back of what was left. And a lot of these trees were mostly practice, I guess, because I like to cut trees, and when there's nothing really to hit, it's good practice. As long as you don't have it fall backwards on like a truck that's parked right there that could have been parked anywhere else.
That's part of the practice.
Right, part of the practice is including things not to hit. You put stuff nearby, don't hit it. This maple would have basically been right outside the front door by like 10 feet. So, kind of had to go.
This was the tree when we first got to the property. It had a big old wasp nest in it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think we all got hit with them. yellow jackets or something.
Yeah, crazy how much light. I know when we first got the property, it was like, wow, it's actually quite dark down here.
Yeah, it was
But
pretty
overgrown,
pretty overgrown. So
the
let's
alien tree.
oh yeah, that's what we called it.
Yes. Sadie was upset we took this one down. She liked that was a good book reading tree.
Yeah.
She liked to climb up in it.
But again, it's not actually where the house is, but it's between the house and the driveway, which
And
is
it
only
had-
like a 10-foot thing, and it had ants in the
It
base.
had a lot of ants.
You know, it needed to go. Too big to be that close. Bugs in it needed to go. While there's not a house right there to hit. So instead of waiting and building the house and then having to piece it all down, but I did have some practice climbing just for fun, and also for the sake of this thing is like 10 feet wide where it branches out, maybe more. So I took a lot of them off of the backside of the tree to change the weight to where I wanted it and cut off the stuff that is otherwise too high to reach when it's on the ground even, which you'll see when it comes down in a minute or two.
Here we go.
And then chop it all up and push it over the hill into the ditch, because we had no more room on the pile of brush.
No.
That's almost
You
as big
piled
as this
it
tree
about
is
as
laying down.
yeah, you piled it about as high as you could possibly go.
Yeah.
And now the fun part of
Right, and then we
measuring, more measuring.
laid out the actual like excavation footprint, so you know where to dig a hole.
Yeah, that was exciting. That was really cool to, I don't know, just it was like a bizarre feeling to just stand there and be like, this will be a house. And now we're sitting in it.
Yeah, about where that stump is, where that tree was,
Mhm.
would have been in the dining room here.
Yeah.
Next we dig a hole.
We have to give a preview.
I already did.